India and Indonesia are both becoming the fastest growing economies. With a collective population of almost 2 billion, these two nations aren't merely scripting history.
The IMF has called India a star performer, one of the fastest growing economies in the world.
India is the world's third largest car market. More than 5 million vehicles were made in the country last year. The city of Chennai has emerged as the hub of car making in India.
They are intricately molding the economic destiny of a substantial portion of our planet. Once a global economic giant, India struggled with sluggish growth after British rule, while Indonesia faced disruptions post-independence. Get valuable insights into the economies of both countries through this video, featuring comprehensive analyses derived from extensive hours of research. Welcome to Live Economic News. Remember to like and subscribe for more updates on the dynamic world of global economies. Today, India is poised to be a major player in the world economy, fueling its growth with strategic investments in technology, education, and healthcare. On the other hand, Indonesia, led by the visionary Jokowi, ambitiously strives to become the sixth largest economy by 2027. India emphasizes technological prowess and infrastructure in global tensions, while Indonesia dreams of an electrifying future. Despite geopolitical challenges and corruption, both nations promise progress in their economic pursuits. India's economic prowess traces back almost 1,700 years, when it stood as the world's largest economy. Can you imagine the impact of India contributing 35 to 40% to the global GDP from the year one Common Era? India's economic journey through the ages. For nearly 1,700 years, starting from 1C, India dominated the world's largest economy, contributing around 35 to 40% to the global GDP. After British rule, India adopted a mix of protectionist and socialist policies, resulting in a heavily regulated economy with slow growth. However, since 1991, economic liberalization has shifted India towards a market-based system, establishing itself as one of the world's fastest-growing economies by 2008. From the ancient Indus Valley civilization to the prosperity of the Mughal era, India played a pivotal role in global trade with advanced agricultural practices, industrial output, and a thriving maritime trade. From 1793 to 1947, the British colonial period marked a decline in India's share of the world economy, with economic policies favoring British interests. Post-independence, India faced challenges but witnessed economic liberalization in 1991, leading to significant growth. However, recent times, including the COVID-19 pandemic, have posed new challenges to its economic landscape. How are experts forecasting India's economic trajectory, especially considering the short-term outlook for robust growth in 2023 to 24? Let's find out. India's bright economic future. Experts predict that India is becoming one of the fastest-growing economies globally. Things are looking even brighter in the short term, with robust growth expected in 2023 to 24. S&P Global Market Intelligence and the International Monetary Fund (IMF) are giving India a thumbs up, impressed by its rapid expansion driven by increased spending and investments. India's success story so far is thanks to smart investments in technology, education, healthcare, and a bustling entrepreneurial scene. If India keeps up this momentum, it might snag the title of the world's best economy by 2050. Meanwhile, despite being a big player, China is facing some economic hurdles. With its young population and ongoing reforms, India seems poised to take the lead on the global economic stage. The world is cheering for India, teaming up through partnerships and investments. Initiatives like Make in India and Digital India are getting international love, and being part of groups like G20 and BRICS adds to the excitement as India collaborates with other major players to shape the future of global trade and governance. In the aftermath of Sukarno's era, how did the New Order administration bring discipline to Indonesia's economic policies, stabilize the currency, and attract foreign investment? Let's discover. Economic evolution in Indonesia. In the years following Indonesia's independence, the country faced economic challenges due to the Japanese occupation and conflicts with the Dutch. The guided democracy era in the 1960s saw a drastic economic downturn with political instability resulting in severe poverty. However, after Sukarno's downfall, the New Order administration brought discipline to economic policies, stabilizing currency and attracting foreign investment. The rise in oil prices in the 1970s fueled high economic growth. But by the late 1980s, reforms were needed to address economic weaknesses. The 1997 Asian financial crisis had severe consequences, leading to structural issues like corruption. The reform era, marked by improved economic indicators since 2000, faced challenges such as the 2004 mini-crisis and the need to cut fuel subsidies. Indonesia's economic outlook improved in the mid-2000s, driven by domestic consumption. Despite facing hurdles like corruption and bureaucracy, the country experienced accelerated growth, with optimism fueled by peaceful elections in 2004. However, challenges persist, including currency fluctuations and slowing consumer spending in recent years. The government aims to balance the economy in the era of globalization, acknowledging the difficulties posed by global integration. Meet Jokowi, Indonesia's visionary president, with a mission to reshape the nation's future. Fondly known as Jokowi, he's orchestrating a grand plan for a new Borneo capital away from Jakarta's chaos. Jokowi's ambitious plans for Indonesia's future. Let's talk about Jokowi, the man on a mission to Indonesia. Fondly known as Jokowi, he's not just a president, he's a visionary. Imagine this, he's busy creating a fresh start for Indonesia by building a brand new Borneo capital far from Jakarta's hustle. Critics might call it lavish, but Jokowi sees it as a golden opportunity to transform Indonesia's economic landscape. Picture a whopping $32 billion plan that includes everything from airports to schools and hospitals. Jokowi's racing against the clock to finish everything before he steps down next year. And here's a cool fact, Indonesia is gearing up to become the 6th largest economy by 2027, with Jokowi at the helm, steering the ship with mega projects and even a green palace. Indonesia is gearing up to be a major player in the global economic game. Meanwhile, over in India, strategic investments in infrastructure, technology, education, and healthcare are setting the stage for potential dominance over China by 2050. China, facing challenges like an aging population and rising labor costs, is seeing a slowdown. With its demographic edge and ongoing reforms, India is eyeing the title of the world's top economy, marking a shift in the global economic scene. As for Jokowi's Indonesia, the journey involves ambitious plans like focusing on infrastructure and nickel to secure the 6th largest economy spot by 2027. Despite successes in increased exports, doubts linger about reaching a top 5 economy status by 2045. Jokowi's diplomatic moves, especially regarding nickel, add a layer of complexity in attracting international investors. The success of Indonesia's economic dreams hinges on winning over global partners, leaving us curious about Jokowi's financial legacy. Discuss the inherent growth challenges amid a world characterized by constant changes and tensions, setting the stage for the complexities these nations face in their development journey. India and Indonesia's economic journeys. Let's talk about India and Indonesia. Two massive countries with different landscapes, but some cool connections. They're both part of groups like the Indian Ocean Rim Association and ASEAN, which are all about boosting regional teamwork. Plus, they share a watery border in the Andaman Sea. Now, here's the challenge. Growing isn't easy in a world of changes and tensions. But with a huge 1.7 billion people combined, India and Indonesia are set to be the fastest growing economies among the top 20 in the next 5 years, according to the IMF. Let's zoom in. They've got some exciting stuff up their sleeves. India is rolling out 10,000 kilometers of highways yearly in full tech mode and rocking a nifty biometric ID system and the Unified Payments Interface (UPI) for seamless national payments. Their tech scene is buzzing, especially in software, ID outsourcing, nuclear tech, and space programs, making global waves. Meanwhile, Indonesia, a heavyweight in natural resources like coal, palm oil, iron, steel, and nickel, plays a different game. Over the past 2 decades, they have brought unexpected turns in their dreams of being the world's factory, with India pivoting to a tech services powerhouse and ranking 5th globally in service exports. Indonesia focuses on downstreaming and dreams of an electric future with ambitious plans for battery factories. Both nations are eyeing private sector boosts through unique strategies. India with its One Nation, One Standard initiative, and Indonesia with a vision for electric car batteries. Yet, they face hurdles like geopolitical tensions, financial complexities, and the ever-present challenge of corruption. Indonesia skillfully juggles ties between China and the West, while India engages in a strategic border chess game with China. Both navigate the delicate dance of managing social pressures, reflecting the intricate balance of progress and pitfalls on the global economic stage. India and Indonesia are poised for dynamic economic futures. India's tech-driven growth and Indonesia's visionary plans under President Jokowi showcase their resilience and innovation. Both nations face challenges but are committed to navigating complexities for sustained progress. Which country's economic initiatives and growth strategies impressed you the most, India or Indonesia? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon to turn on notifications to stay updated with all our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.